Chase Elliott on the outside.
So as a reminder, the next race is going to be next Sunday at Atlanta Motor Speedway.
Yeah, for Bubba Wallace, he came over the radio reporting an electrical problem, saying that alternator light was not functioning correctly. After they cycled through a couple times, it came back to life. So he said everything is all good now. They came in, topped off with fuel, and things are good for now, guys.
Thanks.
You see him make that run right there, Clint. That always feels so good at the back of the pack when you can just get up on the outside and start passing people.
Because right now it's like nighttime. Because I know probably like maybe back earlier today there was a weather delay because of the rain.
Michael McDowell on the outside trying to bring that.
I'm pretty sure everyone's gonna be super tired about this, you know.
That had me there. He pulled up in front of his old car. Got called it the wrong way. That 34 is now Todd Gilliland. How about Michael McDowell? Come on with it, buddy. Going to the front. Now, not only did he move to Spire Motorsports for this season, but he took his former crew chief, Travis Peterson, with him. So a lot of that speed that was in that 34 last year gets translated over to the 71 with McDowell at the wheel.
Well, we just heard Ross Chastain talk about wanting to be in the middle and top lane and working his way to the back. So it will be interesting to see the cycle of how these lanes start to unfold as we get more and more laps on the tires.
As I'm watching Blaney go to the back bumper at Chase Elliott and just push him at will, I think I've found a favorite. These guys are going to have to go around these Fords if they're going to win the Daytona 500. Obviously, a lot has to happen. Got to miss the big one. We all know what's coming at the end of this race, but these guys and their ability to push and have the grip to do so is pretty impressive. It really doesn't matter which one it is. We've seen RFK cars do it. We've seen the Penske guys, all three of them do it.
Well, we just watched Todd Gilliland push Michael McDowell all the way up to the front on the outside lane. It's not a coincidence that you're seeing all these Fords push these cars towards the front of the pack.
And behind Gilliland, how about Ty Dillon? He's been absent from the Cup Series. He's back with a full-time ride for Kaulig Racing. He's in that number 10, and he is in the mix here, up in the top 10. Third car back in the outside lane.
And has been all week. Has been all week we've been at Daytona. Ty Dillon, very good point, Mike.
Let's get an update on Joey Logano from Jamie.
Well, the team diagnosed it, Mike. They found out the culprit. Some piece of debris, like a little rag or a paper bag, went through the grill and into the throttle body, causing that issue. So they think it's all good to go. They've been listening to him. The mechanics just gave me a thumbs up.
Yeah, I would say, I think everyone's really enjoying watching the race on TV tonight.
On the lead lap.
Not out of it. Nope.
Because you know, NASCAR is a very cool racing sport
Nobody's asked me to pick
of all
a new one,
times.
so that was still my last pick.
But now, I don't know. Because I'm telling you.
That is amazing. Larry, that's changing a lot of stuff.
Larry, can you talk about how that rag got in there?
Well, again, you run no tape on the grill opening, and part of that air that goes through there actually goes out the hood louvers, but part of it feeds air to the throttle body. And what Jamie just described, it sounded like some debris went through that block-off plate in that throttle body. I want to give a kudos to that group. They changed it in 80 seconds. It kept him on the lead lap.
Noah Gragson on the bottom, trying to bring Ryan Preece up there into play. The 4 and the 60 with last year's Daytona 500 runner-up Alex Bowman, third in line on the bottom.
There again, you see Chase Elliott being able to keep that really close spacing on the back bumper of Austin Cindric as he shoves him out there to the lead.
McDowell coming on the high side. Help from Gilliland and Ty Dillon, and then John Hunter Nemechek in the 42. Bottom lane with the energy. Here comes Gragson being propelled to the front.
There you see that Rush Truck Center Ford Mustang down on the bottom of Noah Gragson. Ryan Preece right behind him. As you guys talk, Preece's car has been really fast. It'll be interesting to see if he can get that spacing right on that inside lane like we've seen Todd Gillen on the top and Chase Elliott in the middle. Right now they all look like they have about the same spacing.
I think that's... And all this at 185 plus miles per hour.
There you go. You see Priest locked to the back
Oh.
bumper of that 4-car. I'd like to see him stay attached just a little bit longer getting into the corner right there, but that's something that as you get used to it and you're up there doing that all race, we've talked about this leading into these races before. When you come off the corner right like that and be attached really quick off the corner and keep that spacing a little bit closer than that all the way down the straightaway, reattach out of the tri-oval, that's when you start to make time.
And to your point, that's exactly what's happened on that outside. They had to detach as they went through the tri-oval, but as they get better at that and the laps progress towards the end of this stage, you'll see them pushing harder and harder.
Which is why we want to race up front. We want to be able to be a well-oiled machine at the end of this race so that you know whether to drag the brakes, dump the throttle, whatever that method is to keep that spacing correct.
93 laps complete of 200 at Daytona. Austin Cindric, Michael McDowell, Noah Gragson up front.
Look at that back.
Texas was Texas.